Does it say live right there?
Yep.
No way. So now I'm live twice. Hello. That's funny.
Hey, W.
So we're live now? Yep, it says we're live on YouTube.
It says it, yep, live on YouTube.
Webinar is now streaming live on YouTube. So I'm going to close out the Google Hangouts one. Oh, it closed it out by itself, I think.
Oh, getting more gooder. Still don't hear me.
Awesome.
I forgot I muted my damn mic.
So now it's working. Sweet. All right. Hello, people. Sorry for the confusion. Sorry for the confusion. I was confused. We were all confused. Now, what is it? What is the live stream listed under now? I wonder.
Same thing.
Is it? Awesome.
Yeah.
Different picture, though, right? Yeah, different. What is the live stream
there
we go. Under now? I wonder. Yeah. Hello, Michelle. How are you, sweetheart?
Awesome. Lost all the likes, but
lost all the lights. What do you mean?
The likes.
Oh yeah.
I had like 7 likes.
Confusion, amusion. Right. Hello, Yahweh Noah. What up, dude? So yeah, that was weird. I had to delete the original because earlier today when I was setting up the YouTube live thing, I ran across one of them pages where it says we have a 500 server error and we have 500 monkeys working on the issue.
Oh, so that means they got nobody working on it.
Right. Hello, April.
They should just come up with a fucking on the screen. It says it's an ID 10T error.
Yeah.
Just write that down if you don't get it.
ID 10.
ID 10T.
ID 10T. Okay.
The number 10.
Okay, this is tablet 11. It's supplementary tablet. By the way, there are 13 tablets in the Emerald tablets. Kind of odd, isn't it? Because 13 is the magical number. So, Doriel's synopsis of tablet 13 is: Thoth promised to teach the secret of the flower of life, and when they attain oneness, they shall go to Amenti. The flower of life is the solar plexus of earth, and from it spirit flows, holding earth in form. The same spirit is in man as in earth, only different in quantity. Man is dual in polarity, and when one pole becomes unbalanced, the equilibrium of the body is shaken and sickness and death appear. Perfect balancing of the polarities eliminates sickness and disease. The flower of life exerts a balancing effect on the polarities of the body, holding them in even equilibrium. The rest of this tablet is so plain in its need, and it needs no interpretation, for only definite exercises are given. And then it goes on to tablet 11, which is supplementary tablet 11 and 12. So it's not even really a rehash of what tablet 11 is. It's just a added to version of it, which would be in essence 14 and 15. Our Nuggets is in the house. What's up, Martin Connolly? Truth Freeze, nice to see you. I thought tablets referred to capsules, pills, herbs, medicine. Funny. Nice. Well, I hope you're pleasantly surprised. Okay. List ye, O man, to the deep hidden wisdom, lost to the world since the time of the dwellers, lost and forgotten by men of this age. Know ye this earth is but a portal, guarded by powers unknown to man. Yet the dark lords hide the entrance that leads to the heaven-born land. Know ye the way to the sphere of Arulu is guarded by barriers open only to the light-born man. Upon earth I am the holder of the keys to the gates of the sacred land. Commanded I, by the powers beyond me, to leave the keys to the world of man. Before I depart, I give ye the secrets of how ye may raise from the bondage of darkness, cast off the fetters of flesh that have bound ye, rise from the darkness into the light. Know ye the soul must be cleansed of its darkness, ere ye may enter the portals of light. Thus I establish among ye the mysteries, so that the secrets may always be found. I, though men may fall into darkness, always the light will shine as a guide. Hidden in darkness, veiled in symbols, always the way to the portal will be found. Man in the future will deny the mysteries, but always the way the seeker will find. Now I command ye to maintain my secrets, giving only to those ye have tested, so that the pure may not be corrupted, so that the power of truth may prevail. Now we'll stop for a second. Well, hang on, I'm gonna read on one more paragraph. List ye now to the unveiling of mystery, list to the symbols of mystery I give. Make of it a religion, for only thus will its essence remain. Now, that is pretty much, you know, I think that's that story. What he just said is pretty much what is in the Bible when Jesus is concerned, right? I mean, it talks. It's the very same thing that the keys will be there. Well, it's kind of veiled. Obviously, in the forefront, it's veiled. You know, in this telling of it, I guess. And I guess the Bible doesn't say portals of light, right? But in essence, I think it kind of sounds like the Bible. What do you say to that, Jerry? Bible runk monkey?
You know, it always fits somehow. Me and Eric was just talking about that. Where I was reading appalling and horrible thing, but in the KJV, the same word is wonderful. You know what I mean? It's the polarity is pretty much the bird can't fly with one wing.
Right.
It takes both sides, the positive and the negative. That's why God can't lose the war. He's the whole bird.
I'm having issues with my live stream lagging on my phone. Okay. But what do you think, Eric? You still there, Eric?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. Well, it's basically saying that, hey, he's going to give us the knowledge, but, giving you only those that ye have tested, so basically saying, to me, it says that the information's there, but only for those that are ready.
Yeah, because
what's up, Woodfree?
If you search for him, you will find him. If you hunt for God, if you look for him, seek him. Like
I was telling Jerry, though, how that really relates in the Bible directly. I'm not that versed in the Bible to know, but I just one thing I'd like to really enjoy learning about.
Hey, Rainbow Phoenix is into his house.
It's like where in there it says I can't see it without my glasses.
What are you trying to read the Bible?
She's getting here good.
What's up, Paul?
Shall I not punish them? Or it says, shall I not visit them? You know what I mean? To visit, not visit, you're separated from God. You fell away.
What's before that? Because they may deserve the punishment.
Yeah, it says about the people didn't judge the needy, help the needy. They passed over the deeds of wickedness.
Okay, say something, Paula. Can we hear you?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. Regions are there between this life and the great one, traveled by the souls who depart from this earth. Duat, the home of the powers of illusion. Sekhet Hetsep, the house of the gods. Osiris, the symbol of the guard of the portal, who turns back the souls of unworthy men. Beyond lies the sphere of the heaven-born powers. Arulu, the land where the great ones have passed. There, when my work among men has been finished, will I join the great ones of my ancient home. Now, Duat is that place where it's the in-between where we go if we don't make the divine union, right?
Right.
Right. In that purgatory, what they would say, where you're waiting.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a purgatory, though. I think it's a realm where we can manifest whatever we want by just thinking of it. But I mean, it's superficial, and I think we know it as energy beings when we're there.
Kind of like that movie with Jodie Foster, what is it, Contact or something like that, where she goes in the ball and she's creating whatever perfect world. That's kind of like what we all go into, but
yes,
we get bored and sick of that, and we go back there. We can go back there for a time or as much time or no time, and come back, but eventually we'll all come back because it's boring and we can't learn.
Well, I think yeah, exactly. And I think
I think I'll just wait for the Jetsons time frame to come back next time. Thank you very much.
Paula pointed out on Jetsons, as a matter of fact, the opening credits of that show when he's running on the treadmill.
Yes. Jane, stop this crazy thing.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
Yes.
She kept referencing that to me when I'm like, what are you talking about? I used to watch the Jetsons all the time. My favorite episode was the one where Rosie goes and she's lovesick and she's all,
Yep.
That whole episode.
That one.
Yep.
Fuck.
Eep, up, orc, eep, up, orc, That means I love you.
Yep.
Okay, now the next part of this, I wanted to discuss was Sekhet Hetsep, the house of the gods, Osiris, the symbol of the guard of the portal. Now, remember when I was talking about the Mississippi River mound builder people, that used to that built all the mounds that are in the United States?
Sure.
They believed that Osiris or Orion, there was a rip in the sky for their soul to enter into the path of souls. It was there.
I think you said something about that before. That's the Aussie, the crack in the window is a light in the sky.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you
compared the Milky Way. Yeah, the Milky Way.
Right.
I agree.
We are in the Milky Way. How can we talk third person about the Milky Way when we're in it? Which is odd because you go to astronomy apps or whatever, and they show that the dark rift is the Milky Way, and it's like, why would you call it we're in the Milky Way?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. But I think that just goes to show you that everything is an illusion, in essence. Yes.
Agreed.
It kind of sucks that Michelle just had to post something at 3:33.
I saw something back in the day that was explaining what the computer models showed of what would happen if two universes or two galaxies combined, right?
Right.
And they would kind of merge, swing past each other and kind of come back and then merge in, stuff like that. And for some reason, it always stuck into me that that's exactly what the hell we're in.
Some people have postulated that Sagittarius in the Milky Way, there was a Sagittarius galaxy, and that's where we're originally from. And that's why we were on the Sagittarius arm, but we're not anymore.
And that explains where Nibiru comes into play.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know that some people say.
You're merging two solar systems in the beginning,
Well, not solar systems, galaxies.
Galaxies, yeah, but merging them together is going to be chaos, and eventually they'll level out, like water, it'll even itself out.
Right.
Become one.
Right, and
the card becomes one ball.
It's like they said, as below, so above. So what happens here happens up there. We can apply the same principles.
Right.
Yes.
Principles are universal.
And it's as within, as without, too. So without, right?
Yes.
And what is the first society called in Egypt? Was it Sekhet Hetsep? When the Egyptian, before the dynasties and all that, the what is it? The King's List. That shows it totals 432,000 years of rule.
Sumerian King's List.
Yeah. What was the first? I think it was Sekhet Hetsep.
I know I've heard that before. I can't remember where now. It is something from old school, but I thought it was from Indian teachings.
But in here it says it's the house of the gods. So that would be Mount Olympus, the house of the gods in the clouds, right?
Yeah, different dimension.
Yeah, Live Free says they have a video of the collisions. Then they go on their new ways. Hammer of the God, what's up? Okay, now this next part, we'll all be familiar with it. 7 are the mansions of the house of the mighty. 3 guards Seven are the mansions of the house of the mighty. Three guards the portal of each house from the darkness. 15 the ways that lead to do what. 12 are the houses of the lords of illusion, facing four ways, each of them different. 42 are the great powers, judging the dead who seek for the portal. 4 are the sons of Horus. 2 are the guards of east and of west. Isis, the mother who pleads for her children, queen of the moon, reflecting the sun. Ba is the essence, living forever. Ka is the shadow that man knows as life. Ba cometh, not until Ka is an incarnate. These are mysteries to preserve through the ages. Keys are they of life and of death. Hear ye now the mystery of mysteries. Learn of the circle beginningless and endless, the form of he who is one and in all. Listen and hear it, go forth and apply it. Thus will ye travel the way that I go. Mystery in mystery, yet clear to the light born. The secret of all I now will reveal. I will declare a secret to the initiated, but let the door be wholly shut against the profane. Now we'll back up to Ka is the shadow that man knows as life. Ba cometh, not until Ka is incarnate. What does that mean to you guys?
Say that again.
Ba cometh, not until Ka is incarnate. Ka is the shadow that man knows as life, and Ba is the essence, living forever.
Well, we're not alive right now. According to the Book of Thomas, we're the dead ones. So, yeah.
Well, right. You're not alive until you have everlasting life, until,
That's right.
just that's what God gave his only begotten son for, right?
That's right.
And that's what we need to, this right here is essentially saying what Phil has told us in the past, that you have to die before you die. So when you die, you don't die. That whole thing. It's
Yes.
exactly the same thing. Now,
Yes,
does
it is.
anybody know the 15 ways that lead to do what that means?
Not yet, no. But the 12 of illusion struck me as, for some reason, the 12 zodiac signs.
Right. And each of them facing four ways, each of them different. So yeah, they're that when you look at the galactic cross or the fixed cross, the fixed symbols, right? They're in
Yeah.
sections of 3, right?
Yes, they are.
Yes. Okay. So that's the four ways, each of them different. The 42 are the great powers. Anybody have an idea what that is?
I'm gonna Google 42 biblically because
Well, 42 is M42, which is Orion. I know that Orion's nebula, but I don't
is it?
know what the 40 and 2 is about here. I think it might be the same. I don't know.
Isn't 42 the key to the universe or something like that?
Yeah, in a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, yes.
Ah, really?
He who has the Son has eternal life, Truth Free says. Very nice.
I'm trying to visualize it now.
MCF says, Judy, get me off this crazy thing.
Right. 42 is a number with a direct connection to the coming Antichrist.
Really?
That's what it claims.
Wow.
Revelation 11, 1 and 2.
Read it.
His evil efforts will last 42 months in the end time, and thus 42 is firmly associated with him. Then the angel gave me a measuring rod like a staff, saying, Arise and measure the temple of God and the altar, and they shall trample upon the holy city for 42 months. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
Revelation 13 states that the end of time beast power will be so powerful that no one will be able to make war with him. He will speak great boastful things and be given the authority to do so for 42 months. Revelation 13, 4 through 5. 42 is made up of 6 and 7, showing a link between mankind and God's Spirit, and a link between the Antichrist and Jesus Christ.
Ah, so that's talking about the demiurge.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna start Googling stuff like that while we're live because
That's awesome.
it links it better.
Read the 42 laws of Mayat. Google that real quick. Robbie K55 so pertinently put into the chat.
Okay.
42 laws of MA apostrophe AT.
42 laws of Ma'at. Go. Well, we'll just go for the pictures, the images, and hopefully I'll find one I can see well.
What's going on? It's not showing up or what?
Okay, 42 divine principles of Ma'at. I have not committed sin is one. I have not committed robbery with violence, 2. I have not.
Oh, you don't have to read all 42.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much, it's like
The 10 Commandments almost?
instead of the 10 Commandments, except for there are 42. Yeah.
Go to the last one. What's the last one read?
Well, that's supposed to be the original. The 10 Commandments are supposed to be like a really reduced version of all of them combined down.
Right.
The same thing you're saying, Eric?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's where the 10 Commandments came from.
Nice.
Because the 42nd one is I have not stolen anyone's land.
Nice. So yeah, I've been sitting there waiting for it to start. Sorry, P Turtle. I had to close out that original one because of scheduling abnormalities in the Zoom interface. So I apologize to anybody that's been waiting there and didn't. Hi, Angel. How are you? So I apologize, guys. Okay, and then it says the 4 are the sons of Horus. 2 are the guards of east and of west. Isis, the moon, who pleads for her children, queen of the moon, reflecting the sun. So the 4 sons of Horus are the elements of earth, right? Earth, wind, fire, and water, right?
Earth, air, fire, water. Yeah.
Earth, wind, fire, water. Yeah. So 2 are the guards of the east and of the west. Is that in reference to our temples?
I would think so. Yeah.
Huh. And then Ka is the shadow that man knows as life. Ba cometh only until Ka is incarnate. So you can't go on everlasting, living forever without being incarnated in this physical form first.
Yeah.
Are there 4 dark horses? I don't know. Pete Turtle
so
asked.
Apparently we're in Ka now.
Yes, we're in Ka now. Yes.
And which makes perfect sense because I used to watch, well, I watched Stargate and this one creature, they would say Ka as no, but I took it and ran with it. Whenever I didn't want something, I would say Ka. And then now I find out what Ka really means.
Is that why crows go caw caw?
Probably. Yeah, they're reminding you. Yeah.
It does put a new light on the word the Kabbalah.
Kabbalah. Yeah.
Well, Kabbalah is, there's nothing inherently evil about the Kabbalah either, though. You know,
the Ka is just, like say, the sheeple.
Well, the Ka is the physical form of the sheeple.
Yeah. And then you get, and then once you get woken up, you get the Ba.
Right.
And then what's the La?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, ba.
Do! 3 is the mystery, come from the great one. Hear and light on thee will dawn. In the primeval dwell 3 unities. Other than these, none can exist. These are the equilibrium, source of creation, one God, one truth, one point of freedom. 3 come forth from the 3 of the balance. All life, all good, all power. 3 are the qualities of God in his light home. Infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite love. 3 are the powers given to the masters to transmute evil, assist good, use discrimination. 3 are the things inevitable for God to perform. manifest, power, wisdom, and love. 3 are the powers creating all things: divine love possessed in perfect knowledge, divine wisdom knowing all possible means, divine power possessed by the joint will of divine love and wisdom. 3 are the circles or states of existence: the circle of light, where dwells nothing but God, and only the God can traverse it; the circle of chaos, where all things by nature arise from death; the circle of awareness, where all things spring from life. All things animate are of these 3 states of existence: chaos or death, liberty in humanity, and felicity of heaven. 3 necessities control all things, beginning in the great deep, the circle of chaos, plenitude in heaven. You seeing the pattern here? 3 are the paths of the soul: man, liberty, and light. 3 are the hindrances: lack of endeavor to obtain knowledge, non-attachment to God, attachment to evil. In man, the 3 are manifest. 3 are the kings of power within. 3 are the chambers of mysteries, found yet not found by the body of man. So yeah, I think 3 has a lot to do with it.
We
I
three
like the liberty.
kings. We Three Kings came to mind, and the
3
three
musketeers, the 3 blind mice.
magi. Yeah, the 3 magi. Yep. Yep.
What 3 mad guys?
Magi's. Magicians or kings. Yes.
Well, I like the sound of liberty, that's for sure.
Yes.
3 are the qualities of God: his light, home, infinite power, infinite wisdom, and infinite love. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's in God inherently there's no evil. In the demiurge is where the bad is manifest for the attainment of divine union, so
Yes.
we can live in felicity in heaven, right?
Yeah, because you had said something about it's basically bad not to live your life striving for that knowledge, which gives you wisdom, which will give you life in the end, which is another 3. Yeah.
And without the choice of bad, you would not know what good is, right?
You wouldn't strive for something better, for something more, right?
3 blind mice, the 3 little pigs, right? All of it. And the 3 is the mark of the hero journey too, or the the course of the sun through the sky, morning, noon, and night. You know,
Right.
and the cycles are marked by these threefold nature too, I believe. These 3
Yes.
necessities control all things, beginning in the great deep, the circle of chaos, and plenitude in heaven. And hey, what's up, Gary? Good thing you're late, because you would have been Trinity, me, myself, and I. There's another good one. Nice one, Live Free.
Good, bad,
Black,
ugly.
you
Right.
don't
Good,
need to
bad,
read
ugly.
all 42 laws of Maya. Wink, wink. Right. Lack of endeavor. Nice. Yeah,
Yes.
but what else? What is it that I wanted to point out here? Oh, 3 are the circles or states of existence: the circle of light, that dwells nothing but God. I think and God can be the only one that traverses it. The circle of chaos, where all things by nature arise from death, and the circle of awareness, where all things spring from life. And those are the 2 where we exist. I think we're born into the chaos. This is where we're living. And I
Yes.
think we're entering the circle of awareness, or some of us are in that circle of awareness.
Yes.
Any thoughts, Eric? Jerry?
Good stuff, dude.
Yeah. Good
I
stuff.
think we're all striving for the right thing.
Right, right. Okay. Hear ye now of he who is liberated, freed from the bondage of life into light, knowing the source of all worlds shall be open. Aye, even the gates of Arulu shall not be barred. Yet heed, O man, who wouldst enter heaven, if ye be not worthy, better would it be to fall into the fire. Know ye the celestials pass through the pure flame at every revolution of the heavens. They bathe in the fountains of light. What do you think that means? That the celestials pass through the pure flame at every revolution of the heavens.
Well, pure flame would be the sun, wouldn't it? Ra?
I don't know. That's what I'm
Well, you'll be
thinking-
reading there somewhere. It says it's words like a fire. You know, it burns.
ABTW70, nice to see you.
Yeah, the words are like a fire. Yeah, the truth hurts, the truth burns. Let it burn. You'd have to read that again because I had something else, but I've lost it.
He reads so much, don't it? It's like you get thoughts and then he moves.
Hear ye now of he who is liberated, freed from the bondage of life into light, knowing the source of all worlds shall be open. Aye, even the gates of Arulu shall not be barred. Yet heed, O man, who wouldst enter heaven. If ye be not worthy, better would it be to fall into the fire. Know ye the celestials pass through the pure flame of at every revolution of the heavens. They bathe in the fountains of light.
I got the whole first part. That last part of know ye the celestials pass through the pure flame of revolution of the heavens. That confounds me, but the rest of it I understand. That basically, if you're liberated and free and you're of the light, then everything up to the gates of Rulu is open to you. But if you try to get there, you think you're there, and you try going there, you're better off just not trying, because it'd be worse off for you if you.
That brings to mind exactly what Phil said when he his capstone was presented, when he was capped from above. Remember when he said he wasn't expecting it, and he was at Anchor Wat, and it just happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he had no idea about the divine union before that.
Right.
So striving for it, I don't think striving for it's a bad thing, but I think if you think you're there and you're not there, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. That
Right.
type of thinking.
Yeah.
When you go back to the word, back to the fire.
That's like we used to say back in the hood, man. You think you're all tough, go walk into the south side.
So the only thing that came to mind was a water reference, and it was because I think you mentioned the number 7 somewhere along the way in that last paragraph you read. And the Bible says something about dipping 7 times in the pool of Siloam to be healed. But that's water, not fire.
I think every time the 7's mentioned, though, it's in direct reference to the 7 7 houses of the Lord, or the 7 mansions, or the 7 hermetic principles, or the
7 chakras.
7 chakras. All of the 7 chakras, the 7 days of the week. All that is eventually goes back to the 7 hermetic principles, right? Which is the correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender, and mentalism.
Right.
That's your spiritual baptism.
Right.
Yeah.
The water.
The water is pretty much, I think, in reference to the medium or the knowledge or the gnosis, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
7th heaven, Gary says.
Yep. 7th
Isaiah
heaven.
burning away the dross, or the cross, I think Angel says.
Yeah.
Once you know the path is opened, it's open. But if in doubt, the path isn't open. It knows you're not ready. Right. You can lie to anybody, but you can't lie to yourself, right? That Live Free says that. Truth Free says God's truth is sharper than a 2-edged sword, dividing asunder the soul from the question mark. Hey, that's truth right there. The double-edged sword of truth. There's one truth, right?
Yes.
List ye, O man, to this mystery. Long in the past, before ye were man-born, I dwelled in ancient Atlantis. There in the temple I drank of the wisdom, poured as a fountain of light from the dweller. Give the key to ascend to the presence of light in the great world. Stood I before the Holy One, enthroned in the flower of fire. Veiled was he by the lightnings of darkness, else my soul by the glory be shattered. Forth from the feet of his throne like the diamond, rolled forth 4 rivers of flame from his footstool, rolled through the channels of clouds to the man world. Filled was the hall with spirits of heaven. Wonder of wonders was the starry palace, above the sky like a rainbow of fire, and sunlight where formed the spirit sang they the glories of the Holy One.
Told me to mute.
Then from the midst of the fire came a voice, behold this glory of the first cause. I beheld that light, high above all darkness, reflected in my own being. I attained, as it were, to the God of all gods, the Spirit Son, the sovereign of all sun spheres. So that, what do you think that is? The central sun, the black hole at the middle of the galaxy?
Yeah.
Oh, if it's a black hole, why would they call it a sun?
Well, it's not really. It's the Spirit Sun.
Yeah.
That's what he calls it.
Well, the earth is his footstool. So
Right.
it must be in the chair. Maybe that's where some of them pictures come up with the archway or whatever.
What do you suppose the four rivers of are talking about or in reference to?
Huh.
Says, then from the midst of the fire came a voice, behold the glory, beheld that light high above all darkness, reflected in my own being. I attained, as it were, the God of all gods, the Spirit Son.
I
So
always thought them four rivers was like your brain, you know, the Euphrates and the Nile, and
Yes.
kind of like a computer too, you know, how it's a square.
Did you say denials in humans? What?
it says, forth from the feet of his
Uh-huh.
throne like the diamond, forth from his feet, forth from the feet of his throne, forth from the feet of his throne like the diamond, rolled forth four rivers of flame from his footstool, rolled through the channels of clouds to the man world. That reminds me of the red dragon, or Hermes in the Pymander. You guys ever read that? The Pymander, the Great Pymander?
No.
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that's where Hermes has the vision in the desert, and the great red dragon comes down, and he's the Pymander.
Oh.
You know, and it's the demiurge pretty much telling him, because Hermes is wondering what the great red dragon is, and the great red dragon tells him that he is the creator of man and all of his doings.
Huh.
But I think in there it says something about the four rivers, and I don't know. So you guys say the footstool is Earth?
Yes,
Is that stated in the Bible?
I do
Yeah.
believe so. Yes.
I think so.
Let me Google that.
And then wonder of wonders was the starry palace. Above the sky, like a rainbow of fire and sunlight, were formed the spirits, sang they the glories of the Holy One. And that's talking about all of the stars in the sky, right? What's up,
Wasn't it
1111
stone
Code?
above with the sapphire stone or something?
Hi,
Above
Edna
the
Bell.
stone.
Isaiah 66:1. This is what the Lord says. Heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house you will build for me? Where will my resting place be?
That's in our minds. That's in our pineal light, right? That's the
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
We
He don't
become
want
one.
a house. He don't want a house built with human hands.
That's right.
Well, apparently the Catholics thought he did.
Well, not just the Catholics, everybody.
They started all. It all derives from them.
But you guys do know that all of these cathedrals and stuff are in the layout of man as well, right? They're the measure of man.
Right.
Yes.
It says
You
that
know-
in the Bible too.
You know, even Muslim was started by
Talking about the compass.
Truth Free says Hebrews 4:12, for the world of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing of asunder of soul and spirit. Nice.
Yeah.
Now Noah says he feels stepped on now. Whatever
No,
that means.
honey.
Come on, architect.
The grasshoppers.
And of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner. Is a discerner. The golden ratio, the phi ratio. Nice. That's what the architecture is built in. Sorry guys, every time lately I get attacked, but I will not give up. Don't give up.
Never.
Because, you know, something's going on with YouTube today because I wasn't able to get my Something's going on with my computer now.
No, it isn't. Let's call that
It's
out.
still
now.
recording here.
Yep.
But yeah, footstool. Oh, of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, came a voice, behold the glory I attained, as it were, the gods of all gods, the spirit sun, the sovereign of the sun spheres. What do you guys in chat think that is? The sun sphere, the sovereign of the sun spheres. What do you think that is? The spirit sun.
Well,
Well, sovereign means to be like individual,
Bubble.
ruler of yourself.
ruler
Yeah,
yourself.
In our bubble, our world.
So it's like the great galactic central sun, supposedly, if you talk to the Palladians.
What's up, what's
I
up,
don't
Mikey?
really talk to the Palladians. I was just
Mm.
supposed people channel them though. They talk about the great central sun.
Yeah, I've heard that reference too before. The central black hole at the center of our galaxy, right?
Yeah.
You know, Danny Wilton thought that the central sun was in Orion's Nebula too, though, and I was starting to lean towards that until more knowledge was added to my repertoire, if you will. You know, my I don't know, my Akashic record or my learning. But yeah, something is always going on with YouTube, right? Trying to learn. I believe it's the center of the sun. You believe this black hole sun? Yes, Michelle. Michelle was there when I first broke into the Anu. But yeah.
All right. So how does that song go? Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain?
Yep.
Yes.
How is it going to wash away the rain? What exactly is washing away the rain?
Well, I think it's not RAIN. I do fully believe that it is REIGN.
I never thought of that. Very good, Paula. I never thought of that.
Wash away the rain of Satan?
The reign of the evil empires that are
Yes.
upon us.
Yes.
Satan?
Mike says hi,
System
everybody.
of a down.
My Skies 5D says hi.
Hi.
Again came the voice, there is one, even the first, who hath no beginning, who hath no end, who hath made all things, who governs all, who is good, who is just, who illumines, who sustains. We know what that is, or who that is, or what entity that is.
Enki?
Shut up. Then from the throne there poured a great radiance, surrounding and lifting my soul by its power. Swiftly I moved through the spaces of heaven. Shown was I the mystery of mysteries, shown the secret heart of the cosmos. Carried was I to the land of Arulu, stood before the lords in their houses. Opened they the doorway so I might glimpse the primeval chaos. Shuddered my soul to the vision of horror, shrank back my soul from the ocean of darkness. Then saw I the need for the barriers, saw the need for the lords of Arulu. Only they, with their infinite balance, could stand in the way of the inpouring chaos. Only they could guard God's creation. Then did I pass round the circle of 8, saw all the souls who had conquered the darkness, saw the splendor of light where they dwelled. Longed I to take my place in their circle, but longed I also for the way I had chosen. When I stood in the halls of Amenti and made my choice of the work I would do. And you guys all know that Thoth, I believe Thoth is a personification of our consciousness.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah, I think Phil even stated that recently, right? He wanted to point that out and make that clear to us, actually. That, you know, because man in their ignorance, I think, has to put a human twist or a human, just to get it into our heads, I think. And, you know, the allegory part of the algorithm of man's story, I think we have to confound it with the flesh in a sense that we have to attribute it to something physical so we can fathom it, maybe.
That's what we always do. We always relate everything that we don't know to compare it to us or what we do know, and you know that's like the only boundaries that there are. Supposedly, you know, the science uses that with saying that life exists in other places, but they don't consider it life because it's not like ours or whatnot.
Purple rain. Yeah,
The
I think that falls along the
feelings.
same lines of what you're saying there. Sorry.
You come here to feel emotions and feelings.
I think that's part of the experience, and I think that's why it's called emotion, because it's energy in motion. That's
right.
us.
They can't feel it. They need that to feel it. They need
Well, it's not they, it's him. It's it. It's one.
There's
right.
something more while we're here.
all-
It's not just we don't just come here just to have emotions. I don't think we would put up with this kind of structure.
But I think it's us that create the structure, though, Eric.
Yes.
We're looking to make heaven on earth as it is in heaven.
Yes.
Right.
We're
Miles
promised land.
Tag is in the house, and he says, I said many times, I've seen the great chaos. I know how it works. You're right. You did say that a million times to me. And Brandy Robinson's here. She said, I just saw that you were live. My bad. I'm wrestling puppies.
Oh, honey, puppies, cute.
I'm glad they're here.
Yeah.
They bring a lot.
And 1111 Code says, looking back at itself. Oh, in the circle of 8, Robbie, K55 is in reference to the layers of the chaos, meaning that it's the 3 is like the third rock, third dimension. 4 is the where time's added to fourth dimension. 5 is the, here, I can go through those real quick. Right here. 3 holds the key of all hidden magic. Creator he of the halls of the dead, sending forth power shrouding with darkness, binding the souls of the children of men, sending the darkness, binding the soul force, director of negative to the children of men. And I believe that's in part by the demiurge. That's the demiurge is the necessity that governs our physical existence. And then 4 is he who looses the power, Lord he of life to the children of men. Light is his body, flame is his countenance, freer of souls of the children of men. And that's the same thing, the demiurge. 5 is the master of the Lord of magic, he to the word that resounds among men. 6 is the Lord of light, the hidden pathway, path of the souls of the children of men. 7 is he who is Lord of the vastness, master of space and key of the times. 8 is he who orders the progress, weighs and balances the journey of men. 9 is is the Father, vast is his countenance, forming and changing from out of the formless. And then after that it says, meditate on the symbols I give thee, keys are they, though hidden from men. So that's the circle of 8.
What page is that on?
That is on 32 and 33. Kind of weird.
Of course it is. Beautiful.
Everything in my life revolves around 30s and 3s, and
Yeah,
weird.
well, I healed myself at 33 as well. So,
right.
yeah.
Yes. Been trying to find a machine to throw mine into, Miles says. Lucifer versus Yahweh. I think Lucifer and Yahweh are one and the same, the demiurge.
Yes.
Yes, nature is the dragon. Yes, I see. Nature always wins. Right, nature always wins because we're on nature. Mother Nature.
You ever looked into the Nag Hammadi, Steve, or anything like that?
Yeah, I started reading it a little bit.
Wasn't that the Nag Hammadi where it stated something about the word supposedly evil or the bad thing of the demiurge, where it got its bad reputation, or so to say, was from
The Gnostics.
The Gnostic stuff, but it was something to do with that it was the only one it saw, so it claimed itself to be the most high.
Yes.
And that's where
that's where our ego is born. That's where our ego is born, and man thinks that's the very same thing. With the more material wealth we gain, the more we think we can rule the roost.
Right.
That's why Jesus said, "Get behind me, Satan."
Yes. Right. And the hardest thing for humans in the dogmatic religious world we live in is to fathom that Jesus, or not Jesus, but I mean, good and bad exist in the same being, which is what created us. Lucifer, the devil, we're devil. We're not Lucifer. Lucifer is actually the light bearer, which is the demiurge itself, the light, the pineal light, and we're devil and we're Satan. Fools
We're
in this.
separated. Well, we fell. I believe that's why it says in here that punish and visit are the same word. Not to be with God is a punishment. We're separated. We fell.
Right, and Miles brings up that's why they're doing the chemtrails and stuff, trying to circumvent the dragon, which is nature, from destroying the earth. And that's like the Tower of Babel, I believe, where they're trying to circumvent the natural cycle, because there's natural cycles all the time, and we're part of that natural cycle on a microcosmic level too, because we were born, we live, and we die. Just like everything. Everything physical has that threefold nature involved in it. Everything.
Yes.
That's why we
all
need
natural animal urges in themselves are evil and satanic. No wonder they are all crazy and they believe the original sin. Right. Yes. And the whole cycle of cycles is not necessarily a bad thing either, and it's only bad if you think it's bad, right? I mean,
right.
Well, that's what I was saying about nations in my Bible. It uses nations instead of heathens, because I believe we are both heathen and Gentile. I remember Grandma, you little heathen. Don't be sticking out.
Yep, you heathen. I still use that word for neighbor kids.
Yeah, a little hellion.
Up in my yard and destroy it.
Right.
Yeah, guys, let's not talk politics in my chat, please. I just don't want to go there because it's kind of senseless. Politics mean nothing to me. Politics are a bunch of a bread and circus show, is all it is.
Yes, it is.
Unless you say
it's a distraction to cause division, to draw a line in the sand. So I'm against you and you're against me. So fuck all that. Get over it.
Distraction faction.
Right.
Unless you're saying it's the last trumpet.
Right. Politics are nonsense.
Oh, sorry.
It's bread and circus.
Politics. I thought you said parlor tricks, which if you ask me, it means the same thing.
Robbie K55 brings up a good point. I'll tell you what's bad. I'm out of beer. That's excellent. That's excellent. I love that one. Passed I from the halls of Arulu down to the earth space where my body lay. Arose I from the earth where I rested. Stood I before the dweller, gave my pledge to renounce my great right until my work on earth was completed, until the age of darkness be past. List ye, O man, to the words I shall give ye. In them shall ye find the essence of life. Before I return to the halls of Amenti, taught shall ye be the secret of secrets, how ye too may arise to the light. Preserve them and guard them, hide them in symbols, so the profane will laugh and renounce. In every land from ye the mysteries make the way hard for the seeker to tread. Thus will the weak and the wavering be rejected. Thus will the secrets be hidden and guarded, held till the time when the wheel shall be turned. Hello.
Turn the table.
You know what I get out of that?
Yes.
I got goosebumps on that one.
I did too.
What I hear is
that
the way things are going, poor Toth is going to be resting for many, many, many millennia.
No, that's what he means, because when the wheel is about to be turned is when the essence of fire rises in man. And that's what, in my opinion, that's what's going on right now. That's what the Great Awakening is about, is because that wheel is about ready to turn.
Yeah, but look how few of us are really awakening in the grand scheme of things.
Now, if you look at even in the truth community is a microcosm of the bigger picture, if you ask me, because people weren't open to any of this stuff before, and I find it now that people are starting to open up. Not in my life, but you hear even like Alex Jones talking about this stuff.
Don't bring that schmuck up.
Schmuck. But we love that schmuck, right?
No.
Yes, we do.
I accept his existence, but I have
love your enemies.
Accepting is love.
Love your
Yes.
enemies.
Brandy says, what we all can agree on is the right to all knowledge and free energy. Come together right now over me. Right.
I mean,
Exit AC. What does that mean, 1111? Seriously, Red Heifer, Third Temple, all setting up for something. The 100 Monkey Effect, yes. ACDC, yeah, baby.
100
Yes.
monkey effect. With 7 billion people, what would the 100 monkey effect be? How many monkeys were there?
It's 300 million, I think.
That's
Or
how many
30
monkeys
million.
there were?
No, I mean, you got to get 3% of the population on the same thought path to establish a conscious shift.
A third.
No, 3%.
3%.
That's 3%. Yep. And I think that's like 30 million or something like that. One of the Noahide laws is about balance and respecting nature.
Yes.
New York infanticide bill passed on anniversary of Roe versus Wade by design, cheered and clapping glee, lighting pink the Freedom Tower to celebrate is a demise
I think the way we can.
as we don't oppose, if we don't oppose it. You know, I'm going to tell you, when I was younger, my wife had an abortion. It's the biggest mistake I ever made, and I regret it tremendously. You know, and I'm just saying that right now, that it's something that I'm not proud of, and then I'll never put down another dog, and I will never ever have advocate abortion. Even, and I say, you know, I don't want to get into the intricacies of rape and all that stuff. I would never myself advise anybody to kill a fetus. You know, I never would. You know, because it wasn't right of me to do, and I don't think it's right of anybody to do. But that's just me. You know,
Rape and incest are my only two ones that I would say. But
Well,
me and my
they
wife didn't want
finally
any kids, and we had 5. You know, we didn't get.
they finally created that morning after pill thing. So as long as you use what is now available, there's no need for abortion, because at the 50 count, at the day 50 is when the heart starts beating and everything.
28 days after conception is when the soul enters the fetus.
Yeah, 20. I thought it was 50. Maybe it's 28.
28 days.
As long as you do it before the soul enters and before the heart is beating, you know. But with all of the morning after pills that they have out there now, there's no excuse to wait until it's actually a living thing to, you know.
Yeah, they like, what was it, New York that went after that did that now, and just like actually like up into like actual birth now.
Yes, my husband found that and my head exploded.
That's absolutely insane. Those people should absolutely just be put on
Somebody
a
just
firing squad line and just shot for even saying that.
They should be drug
I guess that Alex Jones was saying that they're trying to. My internet connection is unstable.
You're doing good.
Alex Jones is stating that
Oh crap!
they're keeping these.
Hold on, no, that's coming through, bud.
Huh?
We didn't get none of that.
Say it again, bro.
They said that New York bill, Alex Jones.
Wow, you got to stop saying Alex Jones,
We
man.
talked about something sensitive. Google bot got to you. We're talking about.
Wow.
Joe Rogan show. He was ranting and raving.
The Google bots have cut
Hello?
you off.
I'm getting decapitated, huh?
Yeah, Google bots. You talking about what you're not supposed to be talking about right now, Steve. We should be talking about this. But
let's just get back to the tablets.
If we I got a solution here. If we got to reach 30 million people, we only got to convince one person. PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, yeah, no shit.
Oh, yes.
How many subscribers?
PewDiePie, right? We got to get
board.
him on the right team. Jesus.
We get him on board.
God, no. Steve is on acid. Yeah, I'm not on acid. Has anybody been paying attention to Cliff High stuff lately?
Oh, yeah, from his cancer ward thing?
No, not that stuff, but he just did an interview with Sarah Westall yesterday. It was posted on her
Shit.
Yeah.
Nah,
channel.
somebody's on your internet,
And
buddy.
is it chopping again?
Yeah.
Yes, I cussed. I said shit.
Okay, you guys keep talking. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, yeah, maybe if we go back to talking about the emerald tablets, it'll stop.
Yeah, really.
Because everything was fine till we started talking politics.
There are some politics.
Man. Whew. Yeah, the only reason I know about PewDiePie is from like my husband and his friends and stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known.
I don't know anything about that guy. I refuse to watch him.
I know, right?
I just know he's got like the most subs on YouTube or something like that, or at least he did before they started like a hit squad against his ass.
Wow.
But
He's back.
Oh man.
Help.
Nope, it still sucks, dude.
Check
Yeah,
Lorraine Day, MD, on Noahide laws. Her hubby was Senator Dannemeyer when Noahide was passed under an Ed bill.
let's know how.
Miles has been talking about the Noahide
Google the Noahide
for a
laws.
while. Steve, on that damn LSD.
All right, I'll
Okay,
Google.
now where were we? Through the dark ages, waiting and watching. Wait, hang on. List ye, O man, to the words I shall give ye. In them shall ye find the essence of life. Before I return, I already read that. Through the dark ages, waiting
Oh, you're still twanging out on
and
us.
watching, my
dude.
spirit shall remain in deep hidden land.
You're still twanging out on us.
What?
Yeah.
Still twanging out.
Oh, 7 Hebrew laws or something.
What, the
Yeah.
Noahide laws?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beware of the Noahide laws is like one of the first things in Google. All Gentiles just have to follow the Noahide laws. These moral codes, I believe, they unite to all mankind. Point blank, the Noahide laws replace the marriage vows, 10 commandments of Yahuwah. These are not just religious laws, but as we have read, the U.S. now considers them universal laws for all mankind. Unbelievable, but it's true. I don't know. That's just the Google little clip thing.
Let's finish this up, all right? Through the dark ages, waiting and watching, my spirit shall remain in the deep hidden land. When one has passed all the trials of the outer, summon ye me by the key that ye hold. Then will I, the
Damn it.
initiator, will I receive. Then will I receive the initiate. Give him the words of power. I mean, right there is
Yeah.
you know, when all have passed the trials of the outer, that means that when all have passed the trials of the ka, right, of our physical existence,
Yes.
Flesh.
Yes.
the flesh.
Of the outer, like when you can still love your enemy from outside of yourself, when you can let go of things like politics and whatnot, when you can pass all these outward tests, then you can go inward. That's what I heard.
Brandy brings up a good point. Lenin tried to say all we need is love. Kennedy tried to stop the war. Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington tried to stop the human baby sex slave trade. You guys understand yet? The weak have created a false ecosystem that is blasphemy of nature in order for them to rule the strong. And that's Miles stating that. And Free Press 666 says whatever power you expel will be matched. What you put out comes back tenfold. And I agree with that totally. That's why I don't get stuck on the negative train too much.
Right. Well, tenfold and up to 100-fold.
Right.
For that equilibrium.
Yes, and you have to love others as much as you love yourself, if not more, I believe, because some of us just can't stand ourselves.
Well, the Bible says love your enemies because your enemies will be members of your own family. And I was raised having to love my enemies. I called it mother and sisters.
Pray that they turn back to God.
Yes.
Did you hear what Paula just said? Oh, yeah, her mother and her sisters she hated. But
no, my enemies were members of my own family. I called them mother and sisters. So I know from whence I
and Live Free brings up another good point that we are like they are you, love them like they are you. We are all part of one. We are the many, like branches on one tree. Very true.
Oh,
yeah.
If you only knew, I already love them better than I love myself. So fuck them.
Okay, what?
Come on now.
There's that equilibrium.
Miles would rather slay his enemies than making arts and crafts from their flesh and bones. Okay.
No.
I think he's kidding.
Yes, I know.
Words are nothing but wind. Yeah.
I think he's kidding until the opportunity comes up.
Sheep get eaten by lions and wolves. Very true. We have 100,000 plus missing children per year in Haiti. Yes. Third world kidnapped plus border South American refugees for the trafficking of sickly elephants and in the world's realm, I think. Lions and wolves get eaten by dragons. Yes, that's yeah. What's up, Sandy Carpenter? Totally agreed, but you still got to guard your heart against those who are out to devour you like ravenous wolves. Be angry, but sin not. Nice.
Yes, be angry, but sin not. That's right.
The dragon's the jackal.
Live Free says to Miles, I love you, Miles. Even if I get turned into a lion chew toy.
Aww.
The trap is taking part. Very true. 1111 code, I couldn't be more pertinent at this point, because I think when we give the powers that be that are negative and we go down that negative road and we give that thought even
it empowers them. That's what they want.
Yeah.
It
we
empowers
in the trap. We in the trap now trying to get out.
That is exactly where we're at. We're in that trap like the Ghostbusters have, when they hit that button and it opens up and that big old friggin' door shuts behind it, when it traps that entity. That's where we're at. And but we're in a trap that we create. We have to realize that by your own mind, you create the trap you set, and if you think all is bad, all is gonna be bad. I'm not saying that evil doesn't exist, but
we were born into chaos.
You can't play like the blind eye. Everything's hunky dory and
no, everything isn't unicorns and rainbows either, or lollipops and unicorns and rainbows, as much as we'd like it to be. But I mean, without bad, there would be no good. Without dark, there would be no light. Without night, there would be no day.
We wouldn't search for the light or what is good if we weren't being tortured by what is bad. And then, as you were saying, what you were saying slightly was an Elvis song came to mind. I'm caught in a trap and I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
Nice.
I think a disturbed, sometimes darkness will show you the light.
I think that was just relating to Priscilla and his relationship.
Steve, there are targeted individuals.
No. There's also always a spiritual meaning to an Elvis song, always.
And 1111 brings up the very most important idealistic, not idealistic, but pertinent fact of all. The path is narrow, and it's an individual one. For each of us have to find our own way to the light, or to whatever divination you believe the light is. But there's one truth, and that's God, and that's the higher, the one that is ultimately in control of everything. But it's free will is on an individual basis. We all have the free will to choose what we want to take. I can't tell you, any of you, what to do. You know what I mean?
Cause and effect.
Cause and effect, right? I am who I am, everything and nothing. That's God. Right. Sandy says, Brandy, you will know them by their fruit. Trust your heart and discern. Your heart is usually right. Watch what they feed on. Very true, Sandy. Very true.
Yep.
Hark ye, remember these words of warning. Bring not to me one lacking in wisdom, impure in heart, or weak in his purpose, else I will withdraw from ye your power to summon me from the place of my sleeping. Now, when Thoth says that, Thoth is saying that to each one of us, the knowledge will be presented when or if difference there is when or if you seek it. You know, if you want the knowledge and you're true in purpose, it'll come to you.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
like it's like saying, "Oh God, I'll never do that again." You know, like when you're drunk praying to the porcelain god. You know, and you're puking all over the place. Oh, I'll never do that again, God. You know, and what do you do the next day? You do it again.
Yeah. I never did, but yeah.
I have several times.
I don't know why. Why would you do that?
Right.
Why?
Every time I got drunk, I'd end up, really drunk. I'd end up feeling that way. The very first time I got drunk, I felt that way. The very first time I smoked cigarettes, I got that way. The very first time I chewed tobacco, I got that way.
Did you call it driving the porcelain bus?
No, I called it praying to the porcelain god.
Porcelain god. Yeah.
You know, you hold on to the steering wheel.
Yeah, right.
They call that their devil juice in Chicago.
Ardol is vibration. Nice. You know what? I've been thinking about that, Free Press. Thank you. Ardol is in this book, actually. Now go ye forth and summon thy brothers, so that I may impart the wisdom to light. Thy path when my presence is gone. Come to in the chamber beneath my temple. Eat not of food until 3 days are past. There will I give thee the essence of wisdom, so that with power ye may shine amongst men. There will I give unto thee the secrets, so that ye too may rise to the heavens. God men in truth, as in essence ye be. Depart now and leave me while I summon those ye know of, but as yet know not.
The moon is in your sun sign for 2.5 to 3 days, sometimes even 4, every single month. So, and you're supposed to fast and cleanse yourself during that time. So
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
What do you mean?
The moon is in your sun sign. What does that mean?
That's for the Christos, for you to receive your.
But what does that mean, though? How do I know when my sun is in my sign?
Oh, you have to find a nice website that lets you calculate when the moon will be in your sun sign. And then as soon as the moon enters your sun sign, then you start fasting until the moon leaves your sun sign. So that's the 3 days that it was just saying to eat not for 3 days.
Yeah, I stopped taking pain pills to live free. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Sounds like where you get new light in that pumpkin head. You know what I mean?
When you have an aha moment, or that's what brings you the knowledge, is if you follow that formula. I wonder if when we had that blood moon, lunar eclipse or whatever, if
which one?
The one recently, the one where I fasted for 3 days before. And we had that 4-hour, you weren't present for that, were you, Eric?
No.
Neither was Runky. Runky was sleeping, I think.
I think it was right before that. Yeah, I remember you fasting.
They just had a surprise blood moon, like not worldwide, but some area, just like a week ago.
Really? I thought it was a new moon recently.
I don't know. Yeah, the whole thing with the moon.
Wolf moon is what Truth Free says.
I've never seen the moon where it lights up from the bottom half where the top half is lit up, but I've seen that in the past few months. So yeah, the moon. I don't know what the hell is the moon now.
Well, the moon is the reflector.
Yeah, it's always been once the east side of it, the whole thing, or the west side of it, type of thing.
Read that last part.
And the past few months, the north and the south of it.
The last part. Now go ye forth and summon thy brothers, so that I may impart the wisdom of light thy path to light thy path when my presence is gone. Come to the chamber beneath my temple. Eat not of food until 3 days are past. There will I give thee the essence of wisdom, so that with power ye may shine amongst men. There will I give unto thee the secrets, so that ye too may rise to the heavens. God men in truth, as in essence ye be. Depart now and leave me, while I summon those ye know of, but as of yet know not.
Shine for all men. Like you carry a
Wow.
light with you wherever you walk. You know, people
Yeah.
Right.
can just feel your spirit energy.
Yep.
Well,
Don't
that's
hide
like
your light under a bushel. Right.
when you sit down and talk with Phil. It's like you know that like he says, people look at him like he's crazy in public, or look at him
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
because he's one of them. I think, and I think that's what we all strive to be is you know an angel, I suppose. And
Yes.
now the tablet 12 is the secret of secrets that we went over yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yes. Yesterday.
But I didn't read that first part, the 11th. You know,
Okay.
but tablet 12 is actually, and there's 13 tablets, and that's kind of weird that it's 13 tablets, before the supplementary 11 and 12, because we all know what the big. Okay, now tablet 13, or wait, yeah, why I don't understand why it's supplementary 11 and 12. But the regular emerald tablet is the key to above and below. Which one do you guys want to go over? That one or the law of cause and effect? We went over the law of cause and effect already, so we'll go over the key of above and below.
Yes.
Hear ye and list ye, O children of Chem, to the words that I give that shall bring ye to light. Ye know, O men, that I know your fathers, I, your fathers in a time long ago. Deathless have I been through all of the ages, living among ye since your knowledge began. Leading ye upward to the light of the great soul, have I ever striven, drawing ye from out of the darkness of night. Know ye, O people amongst whom I walk, that I, Thoth, have all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom known to man since the ancient days. Keeper have I been of the secret of the great race, holding of the key that leads into life. Bringer up have I been to ye, O my children, even from the darkness of the ancient days. List ye now to the words of my wisdom. List ye now to the message I bring. Hear ye now the word I give thee, and ye shall be raised from the darkness to light. So, that's pretty much just thought, our consciousness, the Akashic record, right?
Yes.
Where was it? Where were you reading that one from?
That's the original tablet 11, not the supplementary tablet.
I think the
Coming from the
supplementary
lie
is just
to
added on to it. Like,
Yes, at the end of it.
yeah.
Right.
from the lie to the truth.
Yes.
Yes.
11 and
exactly.
12 are really short. Even 13 is the shortest. So what the heck is
Well,
this?
those are the supplementary. Those are Doriel's interpretation. And the one that you said 13 is really short. That was the first one I read when we started this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Doriel's take on the 13th one, on the original 13th. Far in the past, when I first came to thee, found I thee in caves of rocks. Lifted I thee my power and wisdom until thou didst shine as men among men. I found I thee without any knowing. Only a little were ye raised beyond beasts. Fanned I ever the spark of thy consciousness until at last ye flamed as men. So you know how they say that Enki and then Herzog mess with our DNA, and that's why we have consciousness. You guys all have heard that, right? That whole Sitchin side of things.
Oh,
That we
yeah.
were created by them, the Anunnaki, adding their chromosome to our lineage, and that's where, it kind of makes sense where the Rh negative thing comes in, but I don't know. But this is like an alternative.
Are you saying I'm an Anunnaki, Steve?
Yes, I am. I'm saying we all are.
Okay.
Yes, we all are. We all have
Because if you break
reptilian.
down the word Anunnaki, it means that the first naked earth or something before Earth. But I mean, I think Noon, I think An and Noon are the male and the female. Ki is the Earth. But what's Nak? Naked. Yeah, male,
Mhm.
female, naked, Earth
Mhm.
is what Anunnaki means. If you break it down into etymology in each one of those,
So
you know,
Adam and Eve.
pretty much,
Mhm.
Hmm.
right. Or Naked and Afraid on
Mhm.
Discovery Channel.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now shall I speak to thee of knowledge ancient beyond the thought of thy race. Know ye that we, the great race, had and have knowledge that is more than man's. Wisdom ye gained from the starborn races, wisdom and knowledge far beyond man's. So this could be exactly talking about the Anunnaki. See,
Uh-huh.
I think maybe the Anunnaki are the ones that ascended before us, you
Uh-huh.
know. So it is us in essence in the next.
Yeah.
Down to us had descended masters of wisdom, as far beyond us as I am from thee. List ye now, will I give ye wisdom? Use it, and free shalt thou be. What are they saying in chat? My small town is littered with trash. KJV is the best, bar none. They're talking about the Bible. Bible says to honor thy mother and thy father. This is connected to respecting the earth. Very true. Canada has clean streets, I hear. Truth Free says. That which gives you life. Pick it up. I do. You live there. That's Brandy's advice to Miles about the
Mhm.
trash.
That was awesome.
I do that too. I'm not going
Life
to look
is
out
God's
my
gift
window.
to have no respect for nature.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to look out my window and look at my neighbor's trash yard. I'll wait till they're
Or
gone
wait,
at work and I'll go clean their yard.
I think it was Robbie that said no, that was Miles who said the trash thing. You guys can.
I take out the trash, but they call it murder.
Oh, Lord.
Miles says, I do pick up some of it occasionally, as it was in the days of Noah's, Brandy. He's got handlers for sure, but I just keep my mouth shut, head down, and weather the storms for now. The Father promised me he would bring me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, in essence, that's what happens, but I think you have to still strive for. You can't keep your head down and think that you're going to be saved. You have to do good for the your fellow humanity, right? I mean,
She's talking about
Especially in secret,
regeneration. You have
like
to read
cleaning
the
the
rest of
neighbor's
it.
yard while they're gone.
yes, you have to do. You have to treat everybody like you want to be treated. I mean, that's the ancient. All for one and one for all is the oldest mantra
Mhm.
known to man.
Yes.
Mhm. Love
She's
thy
And
having
neighbor
a
as thyself.
conversation though with somebody else.
what'd you say, Jerry?
Love thy neighbor as thyself. You know,
Yes, very true.
was that the golden rule or whatever? I mean,
Yeah,
really
I
not that
think so.
hard.
No, it's not. And like I said yesterday, you know, you stop to help somebody out, and they actually look at you like you're crazy,
Mhm.
or that you want something, and they're just absolutely shocked when you say, "I don't want nothing from you," you know. I'm just
Mhm.
here to do you a favor, man. You can take it or leave it. It's up to you, you know.
It's become a den of jackals,
Yeah, and yeah,
snakes.
exactly. Dog eat dog, right? And that's what
Mhm.
the powers that be would have us think will happen if shit hits the fan. And if shit hits the fan, I don't think I'm going to be able to pass a family on the side of the street that's in trouble. You
I
know,
know
Me
that's right.
neither.
I'll have to help them out. You know, and I'll feed them. I'll help feed them with my food that I got left because you know what?
Mhm.
If I'm eating that food, it's going to run out sooner or later. I'm going to need help getting more, right?
One thing I know, the
Yeah.
universe will provide for me. It always
Yes.
has.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Might not be exactly what I want, but you get what you need.
My biggest thing
Yep.
is, I still have faith in humanity, and without faith in humanity, you're lost because
Yeah, but it is an ugly world, dude. There's people around here getting shot all the time.
yeah, right.
You know, it's
I agree with that. People
but
are
does that
brainwashed
all
to hate
come
each
down?
other for their differences. This is wrong. Each person has natural gifts and weaknesses. Right. Very true,
But does
Miles.
that? But does the root of that killing come from money? You know what I mean? Most of the time,
Bingo,
it's
bingo. That's where
associated
it
with
comes from. or the downtrodden feeling like they ain't getting nowhere and they feel trapped, or the crackhead that needs another hit because of the system, you know, whatever the case may be. And a crackhead probably wouldn't be a crackhead if the system wasn't propagating it and the CIA wasn't making it.
Well, if they weren't broke, they wouldn't go and try to steal.
Right. Know ye that, oh, here's a good one. Know ye that in the pyramid I builded are the keys that shall show ye the way into life. I draw ye a line from the great image I builded to the apex of the pyramid built as a gateway. Draw ye another opposite in the same angle and direction. Dig ye and find that which I have hidden. There shall ye find the underground entrance to the secrets hidden before ye were men. Tell ye I know now of the mystery of cycles that move in movements that are strange to the finite. For infinite are they beyond knowledge of man. Know ye that there are 9 of the cycles, aye, 9 above and 14 below, moving in harmony to the place of joining, that shall exist in the future of time. Know ye that the lords of the cycles are units of consciousness, sent from the others to unify this with the all. Highest are they of the consciousness of all of the cycles, working in harmony with the law. Know ye they that in all time all will be perfected, having none above and none below, but all one in a perfected infinity, a harmony of all in the oneness of all. Bingo.
Dig for those Easter eggs. Dig for those Easter eggs.
But that's exactly what Phil says when he completed the great work. Is that's exactly what he realized, that everything is all one and all time existent, dimensionless, timeless, all once at once.
Yes.
And right now, go ahead.
He called it. They say it's the all. You know what I'm saying? Because I always write love all. The all.
Yeah.
All for one for all, right?
That's right.
Amen.
One for one.
Little by little, we get there.
Yes, and that just, we're all just fractals of the one perfected whole, and you can consider the whole as a black hole, or you consider the whole as a WHOLE hole. You know, the whole is the same, and I think the 9 layers are cycles, or conscious cycles of consciousness are the dimensions that we can achieve. You know, we can go on to the, and I think the 4th is, like Eric stated earlier, that 4th is part of our dimension, because time is what the 4th is.
Dementia. Dimensions.
Yeah, that's what my mom says. She says, I think I'm getting dimensions.
Basically what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And has anybody, like we were talking about the music with the Alzheimer's patients, you know, you introduce music that they loved back in their youth, and all of a sudden they snap out of it, and they start remembering, you know, and they just snap out of it. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, they're like, was it like a couple of people, mostly like a half an hour afterwards, are still cognitive and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am a 9, Robbie K55 says. Wheeler's song, Here I Am Stuck in the Middle with You. Very good.
I love that song. Yes. Goosebumps.
Right. Even though I know they are both just the same agenda with different clown suits on. He's talking about, Miles is talking about the politicians.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we weren't talking about politics. Miles.
Miles.
Miles comments on everything. To bring about a golden age, the dragons need to force the lion to lay with the lambs, with force and violence and blood and fire. But the lion isn't laying with the lambs anymore. It's the wolf.
Yeah, Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Teen Wolf.
They took the lion out, remember?
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry. Oh.
Time is eternal. Deep neath Earth's surface, in the halls of Amenti, sit the 7, the lords of the cycles. Though that's the Hermetic principles. I, and another, the Lord from below. Yet know thee that in infinity there is neither above nor below, but ever there is and ever shall be oneness of all when all is complete. Oft have I journeyed to the halls of Amenti. Oft have I stood before the lords of the all. Oft at the fount of their wisdom have drunken, and filled both my body and soul with their light. Spake they to me and told me of cycles and the law that gives them the means to exist. I spake to me the Lord of the Nine, saying, O Thoth, great are ye amongst earth's children, but mysteries exist of which ye know not. Ye know that ye came from a space-time below this, and know ye shall travel to a space-time beyond. But little ye know of the mysteries within them, little ye know of the wisdom beyond. Know ye that ye, as a whole in this consciousness, are only a cell in the progress of growth. So that just shows that we're all part of the fractal of the fractal of the fractal of the fractal. You know.
Yep, and a cell is a cell, as in a cage.
That,
You could think of it like that, I guess. But I think what he's referring to is that we are just a little cell in the big organism of all space and time, of the great brain, the the brain of the cosmos.
isn't there also saying that there's even more knowledge after you retain this level?
Very true. Very true.
Oh,
Yes. Before
Infinite.
the mountain will grow ever higher as you climb the knowledge, the mountain of knowledge, and it'll never.
Good for infinite, right? Infinite
Yes.
knowledge.
That goes right back to the squaring of the circle. You know, the finite or the infinite within the finite boundary, and that's, in my opinion, that's why I inherently knew that the black hole had a big part of what our paradigm is. And you know, if you get, I don't know why I keep being compelled to suggest Roger Penrose, or yeah, is it Roger? Yeah, Roger Penrose, and look at his stuff, because he's pretty brilliant, and he doesn't even take the spiritual side of things.
Wow.
The consciousness below thee is ever expanding in different ways from those known to thee. It, though in space time below thee, is ever growing in ways that are different from those that were part of the ways of thine own. For know that it grows as a result of thy growth, but not in the same way that thou didst grow. The growth that thou had and have in the present have brought into being a cause and effect. No consciousness follows the path of those before it, else all would be repetition and vain. Each consciousness in the cycle it exists in follows its own path to the ultimate goal. Each plays its part in the plan of the cosmos. Each plays its part in the ultimate end. The farther the cycle, the greater its knowledge and ability to blend the law of the whole. Know ye that ye in the cycle below us are working the minor parts of the law, while we, the cycle that extends to infinity, takes of thy striving and builds greater law. So we just discussed that pretty much in essence about the cycles within the cycles and in the consciousness below the, and I think it goes on to talk about that we get replaced by a people of a lower star. You know, our position. Oh, somebody else is here. Somebody's probably been sitting in here forever. It's Rodney.
No,
Oh no.
that's
What up,
funny.
Rodney?
I was just thinking of him.
Cool. Rodney, you're muted, buddy. You're muted. Can't hear you.
When you click the mute button, a little white window will pop up above the mute button. Click that silly
He
little
might not
thing.
even be there. He
Yeah.
might be. He might have fell asleep waiting to come in.
Oh.
Each has his own part to play in the cycles. Each has his work to complete in his way. The cycle below thee is yet not below thee, but only formed from a need that exists. For know ye that the fountain of wisdom that sends forth the cycles is eternally seeking new powers to gain. Ye know that knowledge is gained only by practice, and wisdom comes forth only from knowledge. And thus are the cycles created by law. Means are they for gaining of knowledge, for the plane of law that is the source of all. The cycle below is not truly below, but only different in space and in time. The consciousness there is working and testing lesser things than those ye are. And know, just as ye are working on greater, so above ye are those who are also working, as ye are on yet other laws. The difference that exists between the cycles is only in ability to work with the law. We who have being in cycles above thee are beyond thee, are those who first came forth from the source and have, in the passage through time space, gained ability to use laws of the greater that are far beyond the conception of man. Nothing there is that is really below thee, but only a different operation of law.
Mm,
That's kind of
right.
interesting, kind of confusing.
Past, present, and future.
Right. And I think
Yeah.
it's essentially, to know thyself is to know the enemy, is to win the war within, live it. Right.
Well, who said that?
To be or not to be to or not to, not be to. To be or not to be, empathy. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And 1111 code says know thyself. Making a pun on know thyself.
Yeah, yeah.
Snakes and ladders.
Yep.
So what'd you do with Nomad?
He dropped out.
Oh.
Sorry, Rodney. Sorry, bud. Just
Oh,
pay
it's
attention to the
6 here.
participants window there if it goes to 5. Look thee above or look thee below, the same shall ye find, for all is but part of the oneness that is at the source of the law. The consciousness below thee is part of thine own, as we are a part of thine. Ye as a child had not the knowledge that came to ye that came to ye when ye became man. Compare ye the cycles to man in his journey from birth unto death, and see in the cycle below thee the child with the knowledge he has, and see ye yourself as the child grown older, advancing in knowledge as time passes on. See ye we also as the child grown to manhood, with the knowledge and wisdom that came with the years. So also, O Thoth, are the cycles of consciousness, children in different stages of growth, yet all from the one source, the wisdom, and all to the wisdom returning again. Ceased then he from speaking, and sat in the silence that comes to the Lord's. Then again spoke he unto me, saying, O Thoth, long have we sat in Amenti, guarding the flame of life in the halls. Yet no, we are still part of our cycles, with our visions reaching unto them and beyond. I know we that of all nothing else matters excepting the growth we can gain with our soul. Know we the flesh is fleeting. The things men count great are nothing to us. The things we seek are not of thy body, but are only the perfected state of our soul. When ye as men can learn that nothing but progress of soul can count in the end, then truly ye are free from all bondage, free to work in a harmony of law. So that's telling you that flesh is nothing, soul is everything, right? So we need to let go of our materialism, our material attaining nonsense that we strive for.
I absolutely love that it said you're free to work in harmony. That part was beautiful.
Right. And I like how it compares the cycles of man in his journey to the cycles of the cosmos, and
Yes.
how they're they're pretty much the threefold hero journey. And that's what everything is.
So I gotta give you my money back from that free gift.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
free
it's
50
love.
free is the best damn price in town, if you ask me.
It's love, dude. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
The greatest is love. Yes.
Free 50 free is the best damn price in town. Water is conscious. Yes, water can be steered. And I actually think that water is the source of the Akashic storehouse. Water is where the memory is stored, I believe, in our realm. I believe.
I
It's filled
agree.
with
I agree.
it's filled with the
Uh-oh. Did he bring up Alex Jones again?
Oh, you're about to say filled with the Holy Spirit, weren't you, Jerry?
Yep, filled with water.
Yep, yep.
Steve's lagged out.
Anyway,
Poor
you
Steve.
know,
You're twanging out on us, bro. Sons of
Still dark.
Gus's. Aw.
I like what Brandy said.
What Brandy said.
You can read.
Thank you.
When you realize that
yep.
basically,
Water.
if you get
If
angry,
you would be people
far
then grow
away.
fat and weak because of your riches
Oh,
and privilege, the slave, control yourself.
okay.
Hello?
Hello?
What happened there?
Oh, they're really messing with us again.
We got hit
Eric,
by a wave.
That
yeah,
was weird.
Eric was getting ready to tell us what Brandy said while you were twanging out on us.
That was weird.
It worked for a while. A good while. It's working good now.
I have to check out my icon a little bit more in depth. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I plan on doing the same. What did Brandy say again, Eric?
Realize that when you become angry, you're giving away your power away, and that to that which made you angry and is now in control of you. And you are now in control of yourself because you gave that power away to the adversary.
Yes, she's not wrong.
No, my computer twitched out. I mean, totally shut off and then turned back on. It turned back on. Turned back.
Yeah, I had a feeling that happened to me once too, about a month ago. Yeah.
I think he just kicked himself.
Yep.
What the
And
hell's
here
going on?
Now you're joined in.
Oh, let me promote you. What you are.
Did
That's
you
weird.
say Eeyore? Aw.
Oh, Eeyore? What?
Uh,
This is weird.
Yeah, Miles, definitely. Something's changing. The life they used to sustain here is dying off in the majorly.
Yeah, the bugs and stuff.
Yeah. The bugs, I don't mind. They can go. Take the mosquitoes
No.
with you.
No, it's like China says they're gonna nuke the whole bug population over there because they're sick of getting pestered by them. That's not right. Without bugs, we won't exist, man.
The ecosystem.
Yeah.
We keep
yeah, I
some.
know. One animal, one species dies out, it topples the whole system. Yeah.
Right.
And mind you, it works in reverse as well. They're trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. Well, and then you wonder why the weather can't make up its mind. Because once it's gone, just let it be. Don't try to bring it back because it's going to have to go through hell before it can get rebalanced out again.
Yeah, I
but
think. Go ahead, Jerry.
Wasn't God gonna release the pestilence though?
Yes. Yeah.
So there is some here that we don't need.
And mosquitoes can go.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's my
But
hope.
doesn't it say they don't eat the green things? That they torment men. And they're
Weren't you saying that you think those are the locusts, Jerry?
Well, there's
We are the
possibility.
locust.
Well, you ain't keeping your eye on the ball, you know what I mean? You're looking for some magical locust to come when the real story's happening now.
We're the locust. We come, we devour, we leave, and we trash everything we left behind. We're the locusts, in my eyes.
Right, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, good job.
But the pestilence are here. Some of these things we don't need. Well,
They're pushing AI because our people might hesitate on killing us. Very well may be the case, but I think you need to get off the negative train, Brandy. Just my opinion.
Yes.
You let it consume you, it's just going to keep consuming you, and you won't get any good out of life.
Well, you pray for your leaders that they'll turn back to God, right?
Well, I don't know about that, but
they're not my leaders.
Yeah.
Paul is right.
It's in the Bible. You pray that your leaders are.
We're all stars now in the dope show. Right, Marilyn Manson.
They are pretty doped up nowadays with all the pharmaceuticals.
Pharmacia, yeah.
Everybody now, if you show any kind of feelings, you get diagnosed with some kind of whacked out whatever they can make up name just to put you on some kind of 32 medications.
Well, they got now they got a knowledge pill for criminals, you know, a knowledge pill, a blue pill to get you smarter. Okay, let's finish this because we got 5 minutes.
Okay.
Soon go I down to the halls of Amenti to live neath the cold flower of life. Ye whom I have taught shall never more see me, yet live I forever in the wisdom I taught. All that man is because of his wisdom. All that he shall be is the result of his cause. List ye now to my voice and become greater than common man. Lift thine eyes upward. Let light fill thy being. Be thou ever children of light. Only by effort shall ye grow upward to the plane where light is of the all. Of the all. Be ye the master of all that surrounds thee. Never be mastered by the effects of thy life. Wow, I just said that. Create then evermore perfect causes, and in time shall thou be a son of the light. Free let thine soul soar ever upward, free from the bondage and fetters of night. Lift thine eyes to the sun in the sky space. For thee let it be a symbol of life. Know that thou art the great light, perfect in thine own sphere, when thou art free. Look not ever into the blackness. Lift up thine eyes to the spaces above. Free let thine light flame upward, and shalt thou be a child of the light. Now, what I got out of that is they're chemtrailing to stop us from looking at the sun, first of all. And the sun is the portal. The sun is the portal or the symbol of God, right?
Yep, Amen Ra, God. Yep.
Right. And
well,
go ahead, Gary.
Our choices, we create our own problems. You don't want to look back one day and like look at the mess I created. You know,
right.
It's on you to.
And that's you're talking about the we're the cause of our own effect, right?
Yep. The God that failed.
Yeah. For thee, let the sun be the symbol of life. Well, it's not only the symbol, it's the actual purveyor of our existence, right?
If we wouldn't be around that.
We wouldn't be
around.
Nope, that's
right.
And I think there's more to it, like the highly suspect. I steal my power from the sun. I'm more than just a man. I mean, sometimes you stand under that sun, it just feels so good.
Yeah.
Right.
You can feel the energy.
And P. Turtle says the most pertinent thing I've read in chat so far today. Is it odd how much we try to understand a plan we have no control over instead of doing the one thing the Creator wants you to do? Live, experience life, follow the golden rule. Do not impose will, and free.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
That is very good.
Excellent.
Right.
We're just trying to fix the outside world.
Well,
give us back our sun, you buggers. That's what Truth Free says.
You can't fix the world till you fix yourself. So.
Yeah.
Yes, I have sun gazed, and sun gazing is what really brought me on this path to where I'm with you guys.
Sunrise, sunset, sun gazing. Right. And if it's behind the clouds, go for it.
Yeah, I still do it. Jerry was just talking about that yesterday, how he's seen how small the sun is behind the clouds.
I've looked at the sun so long, it starts to look like a disco ball. It's beautiful.
The copper penny when it turns copper.
Yeah.
You see it when it turns like a copper color. It's not even orange, it's more copper.
Yeah, when it turns copper, that's when you do it. Yeah.
Right. Dance, love, and laugh in love. Yeah. Israel. Very nice, Free Press. Very nice.
Oh, that's it. They're spot on with that because Israel sounds like a question.
Yeah, Israel.
And then,
Israel.
Israel.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I never looked at Israel as the breakdown is Israel. God.
Israel.
Israel, God.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been around a long time. I've been saying that many years now.
I never heard you say that, but cool.
Yes, it's nice the 100th monkey thing is working.
And God said, let there be light. Yes, he did. You're an us. That's a very good one, too. Uranus. I've always wondered why Uranus was called that. You're an us.
It's Uranus. But yes, you're in us. Yes.
like Thor's Day.
Thursday. Yep.
And Tuesday, that's the W.
Where'd they come up with Wednesday though? That's the question.
That's the one I'm still.
That's Woden.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Or wedding day. Maybe wedding
day.
But it's Wednesday.
Well, that's just to probably throw us off.
Isn't that the middle of the week anyhow?
Yeah, it's hump day. It's the day to hump.
No.
The moon.
You can't change the world. Find balance within the nature of all things. The world was designed to test you. Yes.
Yes.
Isis, Ra, the sun god, and another sun god. Isis is the moon that reflects the sun, and is the mother of is our mother. You know, but Earth. You know, that's Go ahead.
That comes in which eye they cover. You know, when they cover the right eye or whatever, it's the sun. When they cover the left eye, it's the moon.
Oh, really?
Good. I didn't know that. Thank you.
I didn't know that either. What's Hermes Day, Robbie? Hermes Day. What are you talking about? Watching Thor Ragnarok. Why would God say, "Let there be light," if he or she is light or darkness? Because he was bringing light into the void, the vastness of the nothingness.
Well, with
I gotta go eat dinner. Look at that, dinner's right on the 2-hour mark. Nice.
Nice, beautiful.
All right, guys.
In the darkness, all the friction causes the light to come out of it. So.
We'll talk about the Let There Be Light Genesis story on the next podcast. How's that?
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't study for this one too good.
Please check out Laureen Day, MD, sometime on Noahide, especially most recent talk with Israeli Live, funny enough. Jews who know what time of day it is.
Also, I put the moon and your
Wednesday
sign link in the live chat as well.
David Mosher, I agree. Isis is the equivalent of Virgin Mary. Right. It's the Egyptian version of the Mary Magdalene story.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I appreciate it. Thank you guys all in chat. Love you all.
I love you all.
Thanks for being here.
Peace, chicken grease, y'all. Sorry, I gotta cut this short, but I love you.
Love you.
All right,
love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy, guys.
Wait.